Hi, welcome to Living in the Light, and I'm Mary Amy, and I'm all about shifting away darkness, guiding you to your true potential, and cracking open that beautiful glowing light in your heart. Welcome, welcome to the fifth dimension. Here we are. I'm coming to you live from New York. I'm about 45 minutes outside of Manhattan, and I just am here really to give positive suggestions and give support and tell you you're a beautiful being of light. It doesn't matter where you live, what you look like, or what you have, or what you do. You're beautiful as is, and you're highly advanced. And together we are basically overcoming a lot. We've been going through a lot of negativity in the world, in the matrix that we live. And tonight we're going to cover topics like national intelligence. I want to get onto the CIA, the Mossad, which is the National Intelligence Agency of Israel, and I've been hearing a lot about that lately. And I want to speak about the matrix world, the simulation, and are you leaving it? Also, I would like to cover the 10-foot aliens that I heard about in Miami. Have you heard about the 10-foot aliens in Miami? So, as usual, I speak about dreams. And there's three subjects that I always want to remind you to focus on. And one is your sleeping dreams. When you wake up, take the time to write them down. If you can remember them, write them down with a description. Keep a dream journal or have a piece of paper next to your bed and write them down, because there's something significant in your dreams, something that is there for you, and it will help guide you in your waking life. At this moment, I would say that there's this big battle between good and evil, and I can say that. And here's like a photo that I've shown you in the past, and it's angels, and it looks like some kind of dragon. Which, as I'm speaking about the third topic, which is these 10-foot aliens, are they reptilians? Are they giants? Are they extraterrestrials? I don't know. But is it angels versus demons? So your waking life is very much associated with your sleeping life, whether you realize it or not. When you're sleeping, there are aspects of the dreams that you have that you should take into account while you're awake. Maybe it's problem solving. Over the weekend, I was having some kind of very strange dreams. In fact, I've spoken to you about Men in Black, and there's that movie Men in Black. Well, Men in Black are actually these beings, these entities that will come to you, and maybe you're awake and maybe you're asleep, and they literally are wearing a black trench coat, a black hat, and oh my gosh, look at this bug that just flew in here. This is one of those bugs, those Japanese bugs. Oh my goodness, how am I going to get it inside? This is funny. Anyway, so they come to you because they are basically, these men in black will come to you in your waking life or your sleeping life, because they are there to put fear, instill fear in you and threaten you. And over the weekend, I had a dream that one of these men in black was coming up the stairs to my home. And this has happened to me in the past. And how do I deal with that? I kind of don't give it a lot of attention anymore. There's an energy about it that feels very dark. It feels kind of lethal. And it will give you fear. However, as I always say, if you have encountered somebody that's negative, and this is like a real extreme, or if you are having a nightmare, rather than freak out, stay in the dream as long as you can and embrace it with love and light. Like, in other words, hug it. Don't go to fear, because that enables evil to stick around. Okay, so your sleeping dreams, take note of your intention. I hope you have a positive intention with everything that you do, And I know it's easier said than done because sometimes we get into a funk or we are triggered. I've been getting triggered a lot lately. And it goes back to some kind of trauma that I've had. And then it's really like I get into this kind of place that I can't find my way out of. I don't know if that's happened to you, but let's try. Like tonight, I said, oh my gosh, I don't know if I can do this. I just feel like I'm like in over my head today. And I just said, nope, I'm going to do it. I'm just going to go and do the live, and whatever it is, it is. In fact, the last few minutes ago, I was thinking, I'm just going to turn this off because I just didn't know if anyone was going to show up tonight. And I am trying my best. And I think that when you have a lot of change in your life, you have to kind of adjust. And sometimes it's easier said than done. And it seems easy for a bit, and then you kind of stumble and maybe you fall a little bit. But back to your intention. So let's try to have a good intention with whatever we do. And you know what? Maybe it's not going to be everything you want it to be, the outcome, but try. And then the third is our thoughts. So our thoughts are very powerful. And I say, from the time you wake up, try to think of something good. If you have plans in your day, a task that you have to do, and you're kind of stressed over it, try to visualize it. In other words, close your eyes and imagine the best possible outcome for whatever it is that you're doing, because that will shift your thoughts. And I'm going to share with you, many years ago, when I started becoming an intuitive wisdom coach, I would encourage my clients to do these visualizations, and it was a nature scene. And I don't know if you've ever heard me say this. And what I'm referring to is, it would be like, close your eyes right now. And I would like you to imagine the most beautiful nature scene, whatever that is to you. Maybe it's a waterfall, maybe it's mountains, maybe it's grassy green meadows. It might be a beach scene. Whatever it is, it's entirely up to you. It might be fall, autumn, the woods, whatever, a snowy mountain. You choose one. So you close your eyes and you imagine that scene. Now, this only takes 5 seconds. And when you imagine this scene, I'd like you to imagine, what's the temperature? What colors do you see? Pick one specifically that's your nature scene. Okay, so then when you pick one, so for me, I probably would pick a beach because I love the beach. So when I see the beach, I'm seeing the sand, I'm imagining stepping on it, the temperature of the water, what it looks like, the colors, and then the warmth of the sun beating on me. And that's my nature scene. Why do I say this? Because when you're in a really bad situation or you're encountering someone that's giving you a hard time, I suggest that you go right to the nature scene. If someone's like angry or upset and you're saying, oh my gosh, I can't deal with this, go to the nature scene. And you will shift them. Then they will, when you think of this nature scene, it's like telepathic. You will see them move like, wait, what just happened? Because you're going to change your body temperature, your heart rate, and then you're going to affect them because they are going to sense something. So that's a suggestion for you. All right, so those three. Now, angels, before we get into the first topic, which is national intelligence, woo-hoo-hoo, I want to remind you about angels. Angels, hey, Bob Harding. I'm so glad you're here. I was like, is Bob going to show up tonight? Is Bob going to come by and say, hi, Bob? Hello. So angels are beings of light, and they come from the heavens to earth, and they are here. They are messengers. Now, I'm going to speak about tonight, I'm going to get into this matrix world. I'm also going to speak about the Large Hadron I can't even say these words. Collider, and it's built by CERN. I know you've heard of this, which is a particle collider. And I wonder if when they turned that back on, it became operational, the system again, if they brought onto the earth some of this very dark entities, or were they already here? I believe that we're going to be seeing these entities ourselves in person. It's not going to be in a dreamlike state. It's not going to be in your third eye. It's literally going to be flying around us because we are not at the end. We are close to the end game. Are we going to have the 3 days of darkness and the emergency broadcast system come on? And are we finally going to beat the deep state, the cabal, the elite cabal? I don't know. But angels are beings of light, and they are here to protect us. And I can tell you there are 9 ranks of angels. And this is actually hierarchy of angels. And it's seraphim, cherubim, throne. These are the 9 ranks: dominions, principalities, powers, virtues, archangels, and guardian angels. Now we know of the guardian angels because they're with us from the time we're born. So if you're in a dire situation, or even if you're saying, oh, I would like some divine intervention, something really good to happen to me, you can ask your angels, your guardian angels, to help you, to guide you, to protect you, maybe whisper something in your ear. You might feel as though you have angels around you, a presence around you, very positive and pure. Maybe you're going to dream about angels. So they're immortal beings of light. They're non-gender. And they come from the heavens to earth here. And they're here as messengers. And they're here to guide us and protect us. Now, if you've had a near-death experience, you might have encountered an angel or more than one angel that greets you when you're passing over. And it might not look like a winged being like I have here, which this looks like one of the archangels. If you can see that picture. With the wings and the halos. Maybe they do. I don't know. I mean, for me, that's how I've seen them in my dreams. That's how I imagine them, is to have wings and halos and really light. So they're beings of light. And also, I want to say to you that I actually had an experience over the weekend, besides the men in black, that I had walked down by the water and I was having some peaceful moments. And when we get caught up in a lot of responsibility, we forget to have those peaceful moments. And maybe they come when you're by yourself or you're meditating or in nature. And so for me, I was taking a walk, and that usually kind of fills that void for me. And I paused and I was looking to what was my future. And so I saw it in my third eye. I saw these 3 angels, and one was in front of me, one was behind me, and one was to the left of me. And they gave me some messages. And I could feel the positivity, and I saw them. And they looked like with the wings and the halos and the light. Okay, so anybody who's here with us, I hope you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Please share with me anything you'd like. There's a couple of things before I get on the first topic. I have been watching some more podcasters, and I've been watching Rumble quite a bit. And you know that I'm shadow banned on this. When I get off, it usually says that I have no views or 2 views. And I've had a lot more than that, double digits. So I'm considering going to Rumble if anyone wants to kind of give me any input on that, because Rumble, you can pretty much say whatever you want. I shared with you that I'm on Roku right now with some telepathy videos. I'm going to be producing some more of those. And you can find it under Awaken. And my content is called Sparklight. Also, I'm starting this radio show. We're supposed to start 2 weeks from, we're actually supposed to start next Wednesday. I'll let you know how that goes. We are in the midst of figuring it out, and I think it would be around 8 o'clock at night. So I'll give you the heads up on that. And I guess for me, I do sense that there's a lot of chaos in the world because it's confusing. We see something on the news, the mainstream media. I don't watch that. I look at Twitter and I see alternative media and podcasters, and I receive information that way because I know that the television is all based on whatever the government or the systems want us to know, not necessarily the truth. Okay, well, I'm going to kind of segue into Mossad, which falls under what I just said, really. And the news or the information that's being disclosed and put out there, whether you're watching Tucker Carlson on his Twitter channel or you're reading about Elon Musk, or again, some of these podcasters that I'm watching. I don't know if you've ever seen Carrie Cassidy, Project Camelot, or Underground Patriot, but they've spoken about how we have this intelligence agency. And we have in America, we have the CIA, and it's intelligence, it's an administration of science and technology. And we also have the director of Central Intelligence, head of the CIA, and leading advisor to the president. And we constantly are bombarded with the CIA, the FBI. There's television shows, there's movies. They make it all look glamorous and exciting, and they're for us and here to protect us. And you begin to wonder how much of what the government, these branches of the government do, are really here to help us, or are they countering basically our happiness and our freedom? And it's more about control. And right now we're kind of on the precipice of a big change. And it's going to probably get like some kind of real pushing up against each other on these two sides. We have an election this year, and we have, for example, the entertainment business, the music business, and they are all behind all of this control and what we should look at and what we should watch and who we should be and how we should dress. And same with social media. It's less about what you want yourself to have and be. It's more about what is supposed to be cool and what those in power and the glamorous Hollywood stars have. And that's supposed to make us want to go in that direction. But for me, how I see things are, I think, some of it's all really pretty and lovely. And however, I would rather turn inward and go to my heart. And I'd like to do an exercise about that in a second and ask myself where I'm at. And I speak about our clairsenses, and I speak about the knowing that we have, and we have an intuition. We don't have to go out here and ask others for what we should do. We know within us. We have dreams that were here inside of us from the time we were born. We have talents and abilities that haven't even been figured out yet and aren't even evident yet because we've been really crushed in this matrix world. Now, the Mossad is the National Intelligence Agency of Israel. And I've heard that term so many times over and over again, and I really didn't know what it was. And like I say about going down the rabbit hole, I discover that when I hear a topic, I decide, okay, let me go into this and see if it's something that's relevant or helpful. And maybe it's just some information that we should know. So instead of listening to what everyone says on the mainstream media and the news, why don't we discover ourselves what exactly it is? So I decide, let's see what this Mossad is. It's a national intelligence agency. And to me, these agencies seem to be pretty corrupt. It was founded in 1949, December 13th, Tel Aviv, Israel. There are 7,000 employees. And what do? They are secretive. It's secret diplomacy. The Mossad gathers intelligence, analysis, and covert operations. The Mossad maintains numerous Israeli secret agents in Arab and other nations. The most famous was Eli Cohen. Now, the reason I'm bringing this up is because we really have to kind of take the mask off. We have to look behind the curtain, and we have to realize that not everything that we're told is true. And we should do our own research, and we should kind of look further and kind of understand more of what's going on. So the Mossad basically is espionage. And there are double agents. I'm going to get into that. There's clandestine meetings. I can't pronounce things. Espionage, and they do this through satellites. They do this through long-range cameras, acoustical instruments. So what is espionage? Espionage is like in the movies. It's a spy. That's what the Mossads are. They are spies. They obtain military, political, and secret information by the use of spies, the means of spies, secret agents, or legal monitoring devices gathering illegally. Hey, Bob Harding, what are you saying? In a little town after school shootings, my therapy dog. Oh, that's great. Good for you. Yay. Thanks for sharing that. And I said to myself, well, I wanted to look up what the word double agents is, which is kind of what seems to happen is we believe, and it might not be the extreme of this Mossad, this secret intelligence. It might be that we believe that one very well-known leader or entrepreneur or politician or entertainer is so on the money with what our beliefs are. And then it turns out that it's actually a facade, that they really aren't saying the truth. And so they are what is called a double agent. They are encouraging you to believe a particular opinion, but the truth of the matter is they don't really believe that. And I'm looking at that saying they're kind of almost as like they're double agents. They're pretending to be something they're not, a person pretending to work for one government while working as a spy for another. It's counterintelligence. Now, there's 3 levels of intelligence, and they are called strategic, counterintelligence, and tactical. Strategic intelligence is information about the capabilities and intentions of foreign countries. Right now, we hear, all these foreign countries. We hear about China. We hear about Russia. We hear about the US. We hear about Ukraine and what's really going on there. And are we being told the truth? And I'm bringing up these topics to give you some kind of clarity. Start to think about this yourself. Are you believing everything you hear? So there's strategic intelligence, information about the capabilities and intentions of foreign countries. That's what the Mossad calls strategic intelligence. There's tactical intelligence, the operational or combat intelligence required by military commanders. And then there is counterintelligence, which is to protect and maintain secrecy for countries. So I shared this with you because I believe that right now we are in the midst of finding out some of the truths about certain individuals, and there's going to be more and more disclosure. We did hear about, for the last 2 weeks, the Jeffrey Epstein list, and there are these files because there's this court case. And it's going to continue. So you'll start to actually become more and more aware of what was really going on. And there is some rumors that Jeffrey Epstein was an actual double agent. He was part of either the Mossad or he was part of the government, and he had a role. And that's about it. What's Bob Harding saying? Okay, so moving on, I want to get into the Matrix world. The Matrix world. And I have to tell you that the printer actually was out of dye, so everything looks a little purple. But just bear with me. So this is like the Matrix world. So we're living in the Matrix world. And the Matrix world is a simulation. I wholeheartedly believe that we are living in a simulation, that this is not what it seems. I don't know if there's a dome over us, if there really is a solar system beyond the clouds. Unless I see it for myself, I don't know what to believe. I'm going to get into some subjects in this radio show. We're going to talk about flat earthers. which is an interesting discussion. So the Matrix world, David Icke says, is a simulation. And a simulation is a false appearance. This complex system that we are living in, with a set of conditions that is believed to be a real world, in fact is not. It's a simulated reality. And this false reality, like a cardboard setup, is an imitation of a functioning process, a functioning system. So the Matrix uses fabricated scenarios to build a belief system. We believe, I mean, if you could just take your mind out of this belief system and kind of step away from it for 1 second, 1 second. And how do you do this? Well, there's ways to hack yourself out of the Matrix. This picture right here, it's like, here's everybody who's going along and they're conformists. And here's the guy right here who has his own ideas, his own belief system. And he stands out from the crowd. How are you going to hack yourself out of the Matrix? Anyone who's here has probably already done that. But for those of you who have not, I would say it starts with something like closing your eyes and doing some kind of meditation and focusing on your breathing and letting go of all of your tension in your body and expanding your awareness like we do when we are doing our clairsense work. We are practicing our psychic phenomenon, and become more aware of you and take all the focus off out here. I know it's not easy. I know it's very difficult. Spend more time in nature. Begin to explore your imagination. Spend as little time as you can watching news programs and negative, I guess, television shows, movies, documentaries. Spend less time around negative people, toxic people with low vibrational energy, so that you get to a place that you have more peace within you. Because when you have more peace within you, you become more alert and a much better observer to what is going on out here. When there's more quiet, if you turn off your technology, you can explore parts of yourself, your heart, like we normally do, where we close our eyes. And so let's do that right now. I'd like us to do that little exercise. I'd like us to let go of any tension that we have in our bodies. Move your neck around. Let out a breath. Allow all of the tension in your arms, your back, your shoulders to release. If you have to tense up and then let go, do that. Tense up and let go. And allow yourself to put all your weight in your bottom, in the base of your spine. Again, imagine your feet firmly planted in the earth. So you're imagining them going way down into the earth and you're wiggling your toes. And even the base of your spine, you're imagining that going into the earth. And you're just you're just letting go of any kind of thoughts that you have. You're pushing away doubt. You're accepting it. You're not thinking about what just happened 5 minutes ago or what you're doing in 5 minutes. You're right here in this moment. When you find this moment, that's when you can manifest. That's when you're the most clear, and that's when you can receive the most information, when you're in this moment. So you look around, you remind yourself where you are. I have this glass in front of me. Have gratitude. And then I'd like you to focus on your breath. And together, let's do 3 inhales and exhales together on a 7 count. Okay, so hopefully you're a little bit more relaxed. And what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to, for the first exercise this evening, I'd like you to tune into your heart, which means that you go to your heart, whatever that means to you. Do you see your heart? Do you feel your heart? Is it information that just you're told? And I'd like you to ask your heart how you're feeling. So I can say that I think that I'm in a place of transition. So that's what I'm getting. I'm getting a lot of mixed information coming from my heart. It's not clear right now. I'm not on the other side of it yet, whatever I'm going through. And you have to accept whatever information is given to you. And you have to trust your instincts more. Believe in yourself. And maybe that comes from imagining going down. Now let's try something else. I'd like you to imagine yourself going down, down, down deep, because you're relaxed already. Going down deep, 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 deep down to your bottom within you. So you're traveling down, down to your bottom, within your spirit, I guess you could say, all the way down to your very, very bottom till you can see the bottom of your being. Now, I don't know if you see a certain color, you have a certain feeling. Everyone's going to experience something different, and that's what's right for you. I'm not going to tell you what you're supposed to feel. It's entirely up to you. There's not going to be any proof during any of these exercises. You just have to accept. So you're going deep, deep, deep down to your bottom, to the very bottom of your being. And then what I'd like you to do is when you get to the very bottom, and this is going to help you, I'd like you to imagine a ball of light. So this ball of light, it definitely has a temperature to it. It has a look about it. I suggest that it is a whitish yellow color, this ball of light. And this ball of light, more or less whitish yellow, it's about the size of a ping pong ball, and it's spinning and it's expanding and it's spinning and it's expanding and it's growing and growing within you, this ball of light. And it's very, very powerful. And your intention behind this ball of light has got to be that it is very powerful. Now, this is your power within you, and you are going to activate this power within you. So this ball of light is expanding and expanding. And as it's coming up through you, it is expanding and filling all of you. And you can feel it expand, and you can feel it getting brighter and brighter and more luminous. And it's full of more and more power within you. And as it comes up through you, you become more of yourself and more hopeful and full of love. And you have more trust and you believe more in yourself. And your knowing comes through. So this is traveling up through you, this ball of light, and it's expanding and it's spinning and spinning and spinning, spinning clockwise and counterclockwise, and it's growing bigger and bigger, and it's coming all the way up here. So this light is pulling all of your energy and your power up through all of your chakras, and it's coming out the crown of your crown chakra. And here it is right here before you, this very powerful energy that you have. And it is now covering your entire physical being. And you're accepting it and you're owning it. And it feels good. It feels pure. It feels helpful. And you trust it. It is the light. It is the light that surrounds you. And it is filling all of you and your human energy field. And as this happens, I'd like you to remind yourself how beautiful you are, how wonderful you are. Maybe your 3 characteristics that I spoke about the other day, your three genuine, authentic characteristics. And so here we have this light surrounding us. And if you want to hold on to that light, you continue to visualize it. And as this is happening to you, I'd like you to think about something that you really want to have happen in your life, something that you've really, really wished for. And I'd like you to, in this moment, think of that. Think of and know that you can have it. Whatever it is that you want, you can have, you can achieve. It's entirely up to you. No one out there cares. It's just you. So you make it happen. You make your dreams come true in your destiny. Okay. Okay. So up, who's that? Ghost Knight, how have you been? Thanks for joining us. Okay, so let me get back to this Mossad, and then I'm going to get. Oh, did I already kind of move on from that? I guess I did. We're on the Matrix. Oh, I'm losing my mind. Okay, so the Matrix world, this complicated system that we're in. Oh, that's right. We're getting out. We're hacking out of it. The way you can hack out of the Matrix is nature, like I said, meditation, doing exercises like we just did so that you empower yourself, you believe in yourself, and you trust yourself. The danger of coming out of the Matrix is that you realize that the world is a simulation. You realize, and it's unpleasant to leave the Matrix because you start to become annoyed by everyone out there who's not on the same page as you. And I can tell you from my own experience that it's not very much fun to realize that you are kind of one independent individual who is having a certain belief system. And it's hard when you're in your job in the Matrix. It's difficult around sometimes family or friends, and they don't understand what you're talking about. I do believe that more and more are awakening out in the outer world because more light has come onto the earth. It's time. There is such a hard push from evil. And it's evident in just social media. It's evident in clothing. It's evident in what people say, those in power, what they say. And I believe and I trust that things are going to improve. And we're, like I said, on the precipice. I believe that it's going to go, we're going to completely wipe the earth of everything evil, like Satan and these demons and darkness and hate and anger. So let me share with you. There's what's called, I don't know if you can see this because it's kind of complicated when it's all one color because the printer only printed this purplish color today. So it needs more ink. But this is what's called the Large Hadron Collider. And I don't know if you've heard about this. It's built by CERN. And it was built in 1998 until 2008. And it's the largest and highest energy particle collider. And it's a particle accelerator, which kind of, you begin to wonder, does this mean we're going to create a black hole? Are we going to bring out into this outer world? Are we going to bring demons? Are we going to bring some kind of otherworldly entities? Are they already here? So a European organization for nuclear research in Switzerland, this was built. Over 10,000 scientists collaborated on this CERN. What was he saying? From what I've heard, there are several, but this is the biggest. Really? There's more than one. I didn't know that. Thanks for sharing that, Ghost Knight. And I did some research and I read up on it, and I heard that the first time, I guess it was, the first was in 2010, the basic laws governing the interactions and forces among elementary particles and the deep, see, I'm not a scientist, so this is like a lot of wordage for me, and the deep structure of space and time dimensions. Now, what's interesting is this actually goes as deep as 164 to 254 feet deep. 254 feet deep. That's really deep. So if you look at this picture so that I can show you what it looks like. So this is the way it's supposed to look. And this is a man right here in this box. I don't know if you can tell that. So it's a circular tunnel as deep as 164 to 574 feet underground. The tunnel oversees the border between Switzerland and France at 4 points. So the operational schedule, why did they pause it? Well, there was some accidents and delays. From 2005 to 2009, there was leaks, deaths, and injuries. There was a long shutdown from 2018 to 2022, and then they started it up again in 2022. And they ran it in April. So it's operational now. Now there's a film, I don't know if you've heard of it, called Angels and Demons, and they actually had CERN. They had this cauldron in the movie. So is that predictive programming showing us what's really going on? There's footage of scientists doing rituals. Really? Near the CERN facility and may have to do. Wow. Well, see, that's what I wonder. I'm wondering, is this a way of bringing forth some kind of evil entities onto the earth? So the Large Hadron Collider, it collides high energy subatomic particles interactions. So is it a portal release? Are we releasing dark matter and creating a black hole, demons? Is it gates to hell? Or is this a portal for demons? Is this the last resort that they're turning this on in 2022? I mean, at this point, anything is possible. Are diseases being released? I guess you could say court cases, arrests, they will stop at nothing. So it accelerates high energy particle beams, almost the speed of light, which collides at 4 cross points. That's what this does. Is it dangerous, and are there side effects? And bringing this into our physical reality, these otherworldly creatures, I don't know. Is that what created this? These 10-foot aliens. Did anyone hear about the 10-foot aliens? I was enamored with this whole story. So a few days ago, there was some videos taken from Miami, outside the Miami Mall. And police officers swore up and down that there were these kids setting off fireworks. There was over 200 police cars at the scene, and you can see some of them mocking it. The incident happened before it was reported. Which incident? Ghost night. So these 10-foot aliens, I'm wondering, these 10-foot aliens, are they giants? Are they draconian reptilians, which I spoke about last week? I spoke about these specific reptilians that were underground. And I wonder about this incident that happened in Miami. Were there these 10-foot glowing giants or demons or extraterrestrials or draconian reptilians? I don't know. I mean, I like, you can't really see it. Here again is the purple, but this is the close-up of what it looked like. And it was gray. This thing that gliding. And so police argued that kids were setting off fireworks and fighting. So the videos that were available online, and a lot of podcasters spoke about this, I did see it on one of these mainstream media sites. And it's a lot of it entertainment. I'm trying to remember what it's called. It'll come to me. But there was quite a few websites and stories about this, and they were debunking it. So was it a giant moving in and out of dimensions, this glowing figure? Allegedly, phones were confiscated, witnesses were held and told to be quiet. And were the airports closed? Did they close the airports? The beings are described as being able to, right, dematerialize. Yes, I heard that too. In an air and shadowy presence, they are similar appearance. Sleep paralysis, shadow beings. Well, you know what? These beings that allegedly were outside the Miami Mall were considered glowing. They said that they were glowing. They weren't chasing anyone. They were moving, but they were moving in and out. So they would you would look at them, and then they would all of a sudden be closer to you. I don't know how many of them there were, and there was speculation whether or not that the DUMS tunnels were taken down and they were destroyed, and were these beings from the tunnels, and they were looking for food and they were deprived. And I think this is just the beginning. This is just the tip of the iceberg, and we're going to start to see in our physical reality these otherworldly beings. It's not going to be in a, I guess, a sci-fi movie or in our dreams. I believe we're going to see them in person, because we're getting to the point where evil is fighting back harder and is not going to be defeated. It's decided evil, the evil energies, the dark beings of all the dimensions have decided that they're not going to give up. They want to win and take over and harvest Earth's resources and humans. And I don't know if they have been already doing this. It's been suggested that there are off-planet beings that have been here for thousands of years, and they are the ones that created the matrix that we live in. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. They're similar to. So you share with me whatever you think. I'm just throwing out some topics here, and ones that I find interesting. And I want to remind you that I do have this Roku content that you can find on Roku, and it's under Awaken. Also, this radio show called Two Psychics. I'm going to give you information as that gets closer. And I'm considering changing the live to Rumble. So you give me some input about that. Before we get on to some of our chakras, I want to get into our chakras. I want to remind you of light on the horizon. Good things are coming beyond our view. A difficult situation will improve. Go out to a sunrise in the morning. Allow it to touch your heart. For a long time, I would have these dreams that I'd be in my bed and I'd stand up and I'd go to this rectangular window and I'd look out the window. And I can still see it when I mention it. And through the window, I saw this horizon and this rippling water, and the sun was coming up, and there was oranges and yellows and reds, and it gave me hope. So I'm suggesting that you look at a sunrise in the morning or sunset in the evening, or spend some time in nature. Try to get outside even in the winter months and be outside when you get some time off, just so that you can find some peace within you. I know I'm a little off tonight. I'm well aware of it. Maybe I'm just shifting into another aspect of me. If it was a floating 10-foot being, I'd first check on my neighbors because I've never seen them bringing in groceries. What? What does that even mean? All right, so I've shared with you in the past this chart about your psychic phenomenon. And I'm a big believer in tuning inward and realizing which talent that you have. Are you a clairvoyant? Do you have clear seeing? Have you activated your third eye? Are you able to realize and have premonitions, past, present, future? Speak to other humans through your thoughts without saying anything? Are you able to hear into another dimension? Hear spirits? Are you capable of feeling what others are feeling and absorbing their feelings and their energies and knowing something about them that no one has told you? Which ability do you have? You have the capabilities, the natural capabilities to master at least one. So that's clairvoyance, clairaudience, claircognizance. Claircognizance, knowing something without reading or hearing about it. Do you have that ability? Have you been practicing? Let's practice our clairsenses. Before we do one of those exercises, I'd like to remind you about your chakras. We don't want to have blocked chakras. You have a throat chakra. If you do not convey your thoughts and feelings, you will block yourself. If you are not expressing yourself, do it in some form. Share information that you have with a friend, how you feel, write it down, journal, let it go. Do not block yourself from speaking about what you believe or what's important to you. You do not want to block your throat chakra. Okay? Don't want to block your heart chakra, how you feel. You want to allow love into your heart. Express yourself. Okay? All right, so there are 12 chakras. There are 7 in the body and 5 outside the body. Okay, it starts with below your feet. 12 inches below your feet is the earth chakra. Okay? So you can connect to the earth chakra. You can uncross your legs. If you want to close your eyes, you close your eyes. I'm going to show you a picture to give you some kind of help here. Okay, so the earth chakra is 12 inches from your feet. I know that this diagram shows this person cross-legged. Let's just imagine below your feet, 12 inches is this earth chakra. So you're going to close your eyes, and this is going to help ground you. And you're going to imagine below your feet 12 inches, and below in that space, 12 inches from the bottom of your feet, is a ball of light. And that is your earth chakra. And this is connected to you, whether you realize it or not. And we want to have a clear earth chakra. So we want to imagine that ball is bright and shining and full of light and clear. And it's in the earth. And this will help ground you. It's your earth chakra. Okay, and then above that is going to be your root chakra, which we speak about as the base of your spine. And why am I sharing this with you? Because this is really helpful to you. This is helpful with your growing, your understanding, and your awareness and your awakening process. We want to have clear chakras. Okay, so your root chakra is the base of your spine. Then we have your sacral chakra, which is your sex organs. Okay, your sacral chakra. Then above that, which is above your belly button, an inch, is your solar plexus. Wait, what is that? No. What am I saying? It's above your belly. It's between your chest and your belly button, and it is your solar plexus chakra. Then you have your heart chakra, your heart space chakra. Then you have your throat chakra. Now, if you don't want to have any of these chakras blocked, like you don't want to have your heart chakra or your throat chakra or your third eye chakra, which is between your two eyebrows. And then you have your crown chakra, which is the top of your head. So we shoot up all of our light and all of our energy up through from our earth chakra all the way through, up through our crown chakra. Now, An inch above your crown chakra is your soul star chakra. Okay? And then above that is your spirit star chakra, and then your universal chakra, your galactic chakra, and your divine gateway chakra. Your divine gateway chakra will take you to all different dimensions. All right, so let's right now, we're going to do one of our clairsense exercises. We're going to practice psychic phenomenon. We're at the 1 hour mark. So what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to remind yourself of all the little steps that we did. We're going to let go of any tension that we have in our body. We're going to imagine all of our weight in the bottom of our bottom, the base of our spine. And then we are also going to let go of any tension that we have. Let out a breath. We've already focused on our breathing. I'm getting a smile in here. And we are pushing away any doubt. And this is all I'm learning right now too. I'm feeling as though I'm entering someplace else than I have before. I don't know, I'm not there yet, but I'm feeling some kind of shift within me. I don't know if you are, but I am. More of me is coming present, and I'm trying to kind of fit that in with who I already am. And I'm trying my best. That's all I can do. Okay, and so we're pushing away any doubt, and we're dropping down into our physical vessel, and we're embracing this. We're having self-confidence that we're going to receive some kind of information. Now, maybe you're going to receive information through your hearing, your seeing, your feeling, your touch, your taste, your smell, your claircognizant, your knowing. You're going to receive from an outside source information. It's going to feel like a flash of physical flash of information. It's not going to feel normal. And you must accept it. It's going to happen like this. So you have to grab onto it. And it's very hard to grab onto this information and stay in it. It's fleeting. But concentrate. Try to get something significant, like a name, a date, a location, something specific. Maybe you're going to see a visual image. Maybe you're going to hear a conversation. Now, this is baby steps. This isn't going to happen all at once. We are nurturing this aspect of you. Allow it to happen. All right, so we've dropped down. We've let go of any tension. We've let out a breath, and we believe and we trust. And we have a knowing. We're in this moment. Remind yourself to be in this moment and have gratitude. All right, and now I'm going to give this suggestion. We just went through all of our chakras, and I'm going to give the suggestion that we are going to go up. And we're going to go up, and we're going to reach our universal chakra, which is our 10th chakra in our body, which is approximately, we'll say, maybe it's 12 to 15 inches above the top of our head. And that's where our universal chakra is. And you're in that universal chakra. And let's see what information you receive. And the suggestion is going beyond your knowledge of yourself and something new drop down into you. Now, it could be a being contacts you. It could be something you see. So it's your universal chakra. So focus, that's the suggestion, your universal chakra. So let's see what our clairsenses tell us. And what do we receive? I'm going to be quiet. I'm going to focus on my hearing and my feeling. Okay, so what I received was I saw this plant, and I heard that this plant was something of the future. And then I saw seed, and I saw someone digging and planting it. So there's going to be some kind of leafy plant that of in the future. That's something new. That's the only thing I heard. I don't know if I should have stuck around longer. Maybe it'll come to me because I opened up this channel. When we do these clear exercises, we are stretching ourselves and we are actually opening up and activating parts of ourselves because we're just giving it a chance. And we're allowing information to come through that we normally wouldn't even realize could come through. And as I say, whatever information you receive is meant for you because you operate on a specific vibrational frequency that is your ID. And whatever you hear, maybe you will begin to hear premonitions, some kind of precog information, or see premonitions, I mean, not here, or maybe here, you will realize that anything is possible. There's no end to this if you allow it to be open and you allow the information to flow in and out. Like I say, you're a transmitter and a receiver. So you're sending information and you are receiving it. Your thoughts are very powerful. Your energy is very powerful. You're a beautiful being of light. You're highly advanced. You have a DNA blueprint within you that is being activated. Now, as time goes on, the more that disclosure is revealed out in the public, the more of us become awakened, other humans, then the stronger our powers will become, because the earth and our culture and our environment is going to shift. And there might be some kind of solar flash, 2024 to 2025. We might become able to live beyond the age of 100. We are going to be healthier. We are going to be healed. We are going to be told the truths. And when you're told the truths, all of a sudden, all of the negativity washes away. Everything will grow beyond anything you can imagine. Okay, so I'm going to go. I'm going to spin light, and you're in the middle of it, and you're making a wish. And thank you for joining me. I appreciate you sticking around. I am a little bit all over the place tonight, but that's just how it is. Spinning light, and you're in the center of it, and you're making a wish, and I want good things for you. Everyone be well. And it doesn't matter where you live, what you look like, or what you have, what you do. You're a beautiful being as is. So you're making a wish, and I'm imagining this very wide, whitish yellow color band of light that is spinning around you. And it's giving you energy and hope, and it's helping you fulfill your dreams. And so I want good things for you. Everyone be well. Tonight we covered national intelligence, Mossad, the Matrix world, and 10-foot aliens. Okay, take care. Everyone be well. I hope you liked the video and subscribe to the channel. Bye.